Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, right there. Oh. Oh yeah. You know, this really wasn't worth it. You know, this really wasn't funny enough for me to get my whole chair wet, and now for me to basically sit and piss. All right, but if you couldn't tell, that was supposed to be me. That was a skit of me milking the Too Hype drama. But at this point, we already know Mopi. He left Too Hype. I made 2 videos on it, giving my opinion, so I'm not going to repeat it myself. I'm going to do my best not to try to say the same thing. So we already know all that, alright? He had some things to say. He called Too Hype L Hype. Got him. But other than me wanting money and attention, a lot of people were asking me to keep making videos on this if anything new happens. And a lot of Too Hype and a lot of non-Too Hype people who used to be in the group, they've responded to this on Twitter and in their videos. So let me go over that. So first, as most of you guys already know, because I briefly touched on it in my other videos, LSK, he was the first person to respond. He made a tweet the same night that Mopi made his tweet saying L Hype. He made a tweet saying this: "On a night when we win an award, and this is what I see, this hurts. This isn't about taking the high road anymore for me. I've done nothing but respect people's privacy online, even after having to hire private security for my own safety due to threats. In my own house too. SMH. Fuck the high road. I'm just as hurt as you guys. This sucks, and I don't deserve this at all. None of us wanted this." Now this clearly comes across to me as he's pulling a little bit of the victim card right now. He's saying a lot of statements like, "and I don't deserve this at all." Is he even thinking about Mopi whatsoever, or what Mopi has to say about them or the group? Because obviously, if Mopi's leaving the group, if he tweets out something like L Hype, he obviously has a goddamn reason for it. And the fact that he's tweeting out, worrying about himself, he's concerned about himself first, it just shows how much of a piece of shit he is. The next day, though, he made another tweet saying this: "Literally haven't slept because I can't fathom what's happening." Like, is this real to you guys? Like, do you actually take this seriously? Like, come on. You're telling me that he can't even fathom what's going on right now. He can't even think about what could possibly have gone wrong, why Mopi would say these things, why Mopi's taking a break, why he's leaving the whole group. You're telling me he can't fathom it? This seems like a whole bunch of bullshit. I still can't fathom what's happening. When you're blocked, it makes you unfollow that person too, FYI. I'm getting made out to be someone that I'm really not. I usually keep things private, even when it makes me look bad, but stop spreading lies." And then he adds a whole bunch of screenshots, which I've already talked about in my other video. I really don't want to bring these up again. I really don't want to look at them word for word. I'll put them up on the screen right now. But basically, all that these screenshots are text messages of LSK supposedly supposed to be like friends with Mopi. They're supposed to be on good terms based on these text messages, but what it comes across to me is that it's extremely disingenuous, because think about it. If he's freaking out this much that he has to post a Twitter screenshot of some iMessages with Mopi, if he's freaking out this much over Mopi just saying L Hype and just making one tweet, it's way too goddamn suspicious for me. Like, Mopi, he didn't even drop his video yet making claims. He didn't even say, "Hey, you know what, LSK, he did this. Too Hype, they're snakes, they did this." Mopi didn't even explain what happened yet, and yet LSK already feels a lot of guilt that he has to brain out all these messages just to prove himself before Mopi has even said anything. It's way too suspicious for me. Even with my own personal problems, I made the time to make sure that he was good. I texted him trying to uplift him and checked in on this dude more than anyone I know too. Still not sure where the shadiness came from behind the scenes on our end. You guys see what he's doing here, right? He's bringing up all these claims that Mopi didn't even say yet. Like, this is way too goddamn suspicious. Look at this. He says statements like, "Still not sure where the shadiness came from behind the scenes on our end." Mopi didn't even make that claim yet. So for you to automatically assume that in your mind, what the fuck are you even talking about? You're responding to claims that haven't even been brought up yet. You're saying, "Not sure where the shadiness came from behind the scenes." Mopi hasn't even said anything yet about shadiness behind the scenes. And the fact that you're already thinking about that proves that there's something that you're goddamn hiding. I genuinely had no bad blood with anyone. Joke's on me, I guess. SMH. Fucking victim card out the ass. Are people really taking this seriously? How can you even trust these guys' words anymore? They just feel like robots. They just feel like industry-made robots at this point. But that was LSK's response. Now for Cash, he didn't say anything on Twitter, but in the beginning of one of his reaction videos, he said this:
"Let's go ahead and keep it true with each other, right? You didn't come in and watch the video. You came here to leave a comment down below because all the drama that's going on. I know it. All right, we all know it. might go down below to even read the comments. But one thing I will promise you I will do is pay these bills. Yo! What's good, everybody? We got Ego Lifting 101.
He really doesn't say anything. He really doesn't confirm anything. He doesn't give any new information. He's basically just memeing the situation, which probably is the best situation for someone in Cash's position. Because if you guys remember, Mopi made a tweet saying, L-hype, Cash and Mitchell cool though. So Cash, if I'm in his position, I'm really not going to be doing the most shit talking. But then Jester had this to say on Twitter, taking this situation offline and talking to Tyler personally. Please don't blindly hate. I've always done and given Tyler everything. I've helped him more than anyone else in my life over the past 4 years. I don't get it. Now this seems like a very weird passive-aggressive tweet to me. The way he's wording this and the way he says shit like I've helped him more than anyone else in my life over the past 4 years, it just feels like he's dangling a little sub count over his head that, hey Mopi, I helped you basically with your whole career, so you better fucking thank me for it. I won't let you forget that shit since I made your career. So it's weird for him to bring that up in a tweet when he's supposed to be talking about the situation, because obviously something went left. Something went wrong with this group for Mopi to make these things happen, for him to leave the group. So obviously something happened, and you bringing up how much you helped him in his career, it just feels like you're dangling a fucking sub count over his head. At this point, I really can't take anything they're saying serious anymore. Everything just comes across as extremely disingenuous. They don't come across as real anymore. Nothing about them seems genuine and original. This tweet should have ended after you said, I'm taking this situation offline and talking to Tyler personally. It should have ended at there. You shouldn't have fucking said anything else because it comes across as extremely passive-aggressive and weird. But yeah, if anything new happens, I'll make a video on it. But it's looking really shitty for this group too, hype. I'll see you guys tomorrow.